What's going on, YouTube? It's Unger to the Max here. A salute to you. And we did it! We are over 200 subscribers. Yes, I know this is my channel, but I still say we because you, the viewers, and you, the subscribers, are very much a part of this channel as well. So, thus, we are over 200 subscribers. When I first started this channel, I never thought I would reach even 100 subscribers. So to be at 200 subscribers now, hey, what's up, Kuram, is absolutely amazing. So thank you so much. Hey, Engraven Bids, thanks, man. So I decided that before, I know preseason is still going on for a couple weeks, but what I want to start doing is going through each division in the NFL and giving a preview of each team in that division, giving my thoughts on like what I think that team's strength is, what that team's weakness is, who the X factor is for each team, let's see, who else? What else? I'm going to predict the schedules for each team in the division. So today is the AFC East. So that means we're going to be going over Buffalo, New England, the Jets, and the Dolphins. Although, like I said, I think the Miami Dolphins should be in the AFC South. The Indianapolis Colts should be in the AFC North. And the Baltimore Ravens should be in the AFC East. Yes, I know if the Ravens moved to the AFC East, that would ruin the rivalry they have with Pittsburgh. But they could form a rivalry with the Patriots. The Ravens and Patriots have had some good matchups. Okay. So, but one thing I want to discuss before I get into my first preview, which will be of the Buffalo Bills. I'm not going to do this in alphabetical order. I just want to start with Buffalo. But before I get into giving my thoughts about the Buffalo Bills, there's something I quickly need to get off my chest. So, I have season tickets for the Cleveland Browns, and I go to a fair amount of Cleveland Indians games. I've been to 3 this season, which I will only go to afternoon Indians games right now because of fireworks. I don't like fireworks at all. But so it's much easier for me to handle the fireworks that the Indians use during afternoon games. But anyway, so let's say the Browns are playing the Buffalo Bills, okay? So what fans do you expect to see? You expect to see and it's a Browns home game, okay? And the Browns actually play the Bills at home week 10. But anyway, I want to put on my Cubs hat. There we go. That looks better. Anyway, so you expect, if it's a Cleveland Browns home game, you expect to see, and they're playing the Buffalo Bills, you expect to see Buffalo Bills fans and Cleveland Browns fans. I wouldn't expect to see like a Minnesota Vikings fan or a Philadelphia Eagles fan or like a New York Jets fan. But it's weird to me. Like, first off, when I'm at Browns games or like Steelers, I've been to a Browns Steelers game, and I think I'm going to Browns Cardinals in Arizona. But anyway, when I'm at a stadium like that, I like to see how many away team fans there are. And depending on the team, there's either a lot or not that many. Although when the Browns played the Chargers, I feel like there was a fair amount of Chargers fans. Anyway, but what I don't get is like I said, let's say the Bills are playing the Browns in Cleveland at First Energy Stadium. Why would somebody show up to the game wearing like a Minnesota Vikings jersey? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, the Vikings aren't playing in that game. Why are you wearing a Minnesota Vikings jersey to a Buffalo Bills against the Cleveland Browns game? Or here's another example. I was watching an Indians game on the TV the other day, in Cleveland. I don't remember who they were playing, but that part doesn't matter. But they were not playing the Toronto Blue Jays. I know that. It might have been Texas or something. I think it was Texas. But again, that part doesn't matter. But what jersey did I see on TV? A Toronto Blue Jays jersey. What? Okay, and also when I went to the Angels-Indians game a couple of Sundays ago, I did see people wearing Angels jerseys, which makes sense because the Indians were playing the Angels. But I think I saw some people wearing like a Philadelphia Phillies jersey. There was somebody wearing, what team was it? I don't remember exactly what team it was, but there was some other people wearing other teams' jerseys that weren't Angels or Indians, and it just made no sense. So it just doesn't make sense that you would wear another team's jersey to a game where that team isn't playing. Like, again, why would you wear if the Eagles are playing Dallas, okay? Eagles are playing Dallas. Why would you wear a Tampa Bay Buccaneers jersey? That's just an example. Okay, I just wanted to get that off my chest super quick. Now, let's get into the AFC East Division preview, and we're going to start with the Buffalo Bills. So, let's take a look at the Buffalo Bills schedule. I don't have it memorized. I actually saw the Buffalo Bills stadium because I went to the Baseball Hall of Fame and we stopped in Buffalo, so I got to see the Bills stadium. It's actually really nice. Anyway, so the regular season schedule. At Jets, at the Giants, home against the Bengals, home against the Patriots, at the Titans. Week 6 is their bye week. Week 7, home against the Dolphins. Week 8, home against the Eagles. Week 9, home against Washington. Again, for those of you who don't know me, I respectfully choose not to say Washington's team name. I believe that their name and logo is racist, stereotypical, discriminatory, all that type of stuff. So I choose to just say Washington. You might hear me say their team name once in a while. Like when I preview the NFC East tomorrow, when I first say that I'm previewing that team, I might say their name, but for now, and pretty much all the time except for like a couple times here and there, I choose to say Washington, not their team name. Cool? Cool. No, I don't want to call them. I just choose to say Washington. I don't want to call them anything. So anyway, so that's week 9 again, home against Washington. Week 10 at the Cleveland Browns. Week 11, and I will be at that game. Week 11 at the Miami Dolphins. Week 12, home against the Denver Broncos. Week 13, they are playing the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving in Dallas, which is kind of weird. Week 14, home against the Baltimore Ravens. Week 15 at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Week 16 at the New England Patriots. That game, not sure what day or what time that game will be. Hold on 1 second. I'm upstairs doing a live stream, Mom. I'm in my office. Sorry about that. Okay, week 16 at the New England Patriots. Date and time are to be determined. And week 17, they are home against the New York Jets. So that's the Bills schedule. So now that I told you the Bills schedule, let's go through it, and I'm going to give you my prediction of whether they're going to win or lose those games. So let's start with week 1. At the New York Jets, although technically their stadium is not in New York, it's in New Jersey. So anyway, week 1 at the New York Jets. I think the Jets and Bills could be fighting with each other for a wild card spot. I really do. But I like the Jets defense a little bit more than I like Buffalo's offense. Yes, they have Josh Allen. Yes, they added a couple receivers. I know they added Cole Beasley, but I kind of like the Jets offense a little bit more. So I'm going to say the Jets win that game. So the Bills start off 0-1. Week 2 at the New York Giants. So week 2 at the New York Giants, I'm going to say Buffalo wins that game. Because all the Giants have is Saquon Barkley. I mean, yeah, they have Evan Ingram and Sterling Shepard, but I know Eli Manning has had 2 seasons where he's been miraculous and taken the Giants to the Super Bowl. Although in Super Bowl 42, it was the defense that carried New York. But anyway, so I'm going to say the Bills win that game. So now I have them at 1-1. Week 3, home against Cincinnati, I am going to say Buffalo wins that game as well. I like Buffalo's defense. And Andy Dalton is not a very mobile quarterback. And I feel like, and this is also part of the reason why I think Buffalo can beat the Giants. Sorry, I just have a little bit of an itch on my foot. But I just think the Bills' defense can pressure Andy Dalton. And yes, the Bengals have John Ross and A.J. Green, and they have a little bit of a running game. I will admit, the Bengals have a little bit of a running game. But I just don't see the Bengals or the Bill. AJ Green might be out for that game. Yeah, that's true. So, and because AJ Green is out for that, I think AJ Green is out for that game. I don't see hold on, I'm just doing something super quick. I just don't see the Bengals having enough offense to stay with Buffalo in that game. So I'm going to say Buffalo wins that. Plus, I think the Bills' defense is underrated a little bit. Week 4, home against the New England Patriots. I would love to say that the Bills are going to win this game. But the Bills always seem to have trouble when they play the New England Patriots, whether it's in New England or at Buffalo. Then again, every team seems to have trouble when they play the Patriots. Although that's sometimes because the Patriots cheat. But anyway. Yeah, I'd say the Patriots cheat a little bit. But I'm sorry, Buffalo. I need to be writing this down because I don't remember. Okay. So, hold on. So, week 1 at Jets. I said the Bills will lose that game. Week 2 at Giants. The Bills win that game. Week 3, Bengals. The Bills win that game. Week 4, against the Patriots. Sorry, Bills fans, but you always struggle against the Patriots, no matter what. And I'm not sure why. So until the Bills show me that they can hang with the Patriots, I'm going to say they lose. Now, they did beat the Minnesota Vikings, but beating the Vikings and beating the Patriots are not the same thing. Week 5 at Tennessee. Now, the reason the Bills are playing the Titans is because the Titans and Bills finished in the same spot in the standings, which was, I believe, third place. No, it was third place. That's right. Yeah, it was third place. Because the Browns finished in third place, and they're playing the Titans and Broncos. Yes, I do agree with you on that one, Kuram. But I'm not talking about the Dolphins or Patriots yet. I'm talking about the Buffalo Bills. But I agree. Dolphins do seem to beat the Patriots in South Beach every year. That miracle game, I know. Anyway, so the reason the Bills are playing the Titans is because they finished in third place in their divisions. The Titans finished in third place in the AFC South, and the Bills finished in third place in the AFC East. I believe behind the Patriots and Jets. And the Browns finished in third place in their division, hence they're playing the Titans and the Broncos. And that's why the Bills are playing the Titans and the Broncos. I think they're playing the Broncos. So, week 5 at the Titans. Let's see. Bills at Titans. This is a tricky one, actually. And I'm not sure why. Because I like the Bills' offense. I do. Josh Allen could turn into a good quarterback. But I like the Titans' defense. Bills-Titans is a tricky game. Is it all right? You know what? I'm going to skip that game and come back to it, if that's all right. Okay, cool. So week 6, so I'll come back to week 5 at Tennessee. So week 6 is their bye week. Week 7 at my home against Miami. Miami, yes, they got a new coach, but I don't know. I still don't trust the Dolphins enough. They still have Ryan Tannehill as their quarterback, and they don't really have anything at receiver wise. So I'm going to say the Bills win that game against the Dolphins. Okay, week 8, home against the Philadelphia Eagles. So, of course, we know the Eagles are 1 year removed from winning their Super Bowl. They won Super Bowl 52. We're about to be on Super Bowl 54. Hold on, I'm just writing out the Bills schedule super quick. Week 12 versus Broncos. Week 13 at the Dallas Cowboys, or Dallas Cowgirls, I should say. Week 15 or week 14, Ravens. Week 15, Pittsburgh at Pittsburgh. Week 16 at the New England Patriots. And week 17, home against the Jets. All right, so week 8 against the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, that's right. Ryan Tannehill is in Tennessee. You're right. I forget who the Dolphins starting quarterback is. Even more of a reason that as to why the Bills are gonna beat the Dolphins in week 7 in Buffalo. But anyway, week 8 against the Philadelphia Eagles. So I like the Bills defense, but I don't think it's good enough to slow down this Philadelphia Eagles defense. Or, I'm sorry, I like the Buffalo Bills defense, but I don't think it's a good enough defense to slow down the Eagles offense. Oh, right, Fitzmagic and Josh Rosen are the quarterbacks in Miami. I mean, Ryan Fitzpatrick has had, like, miraculous games, and Josh Rosen kind of failed in Arizona, although the Cardinals didn't really give him a fair chance. But anyway, regardless, he's now in Miami. I think Josh Rosen will be the starting quarterback eventually. But even still, I'm going to say Buffalo beats them. Week 8, they're going to lose to the Eagles. So week 9, they play Washington. Again, I choose not to say their team name. So Washington, not sure who their starting quarterback is going to be. It could be Case Keenum. It might be Colt McCoy. It might be Dwayne Haskins. So I don't know. And yeah, Washington has a couple good receivers, but yes, they have Vernon Davis, and their defense is okay, but I think Buffalo can beat them. So I'm going to say Buffalo wins that game. Week 10 at the Cleveland Browns. I mean, that's going to be a good game. Out of all the home games, other than the Rams and Seahawks, for those two games, the game I'm most excited to see at First Energy Stadium, other than Rams and the Seahawks, because those are the two games I'm most excited for. But the third game on that list would be Buffalo, because I'm excited to see Josh Allen against Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield was the number 1 overall pick in that draft, and Josh Allen was the what pick number did they trade up to? It went, Mayfield, Darnold, then Josh Allen. What number pick? Vikes win the North. Don't at me. Hi, Brandon Rogers. Just so you know, today is not NFC North Day. Today is AFC East Day. So I like your prediction about the Vikings win the NFC North, but don't worry. You You didn't do anything wrong, Brandon. It's okay. Hey, Taylon. I'm like I said, I'm going division by division. So today is the AFC East. Tomorrow is the NFC East. And then I'm not sure if I'll do the AFC South and then NFC South, or if I'll do the AFC West and then NFC West. But anyway, so we're on week 10 against at Cleveland. So like I said, right now we're talking about the Buffalo Bills. And right now specifically we're talking about week 10, Bills at Browns. So I'm other than the Rams and Seahawks, who the Browns both play at home. The Browns play the Rams week 3 on Sunday Night Football, and the Browns play the Seahawks on week 6. The other home game I'm most excited for is when the Browns play the Buffalo Bills in week 10 because of Josh Allen against Baker Mayfield. 2 young quarterbacks, 2 gunslingers, one who likes to move and, move around and make something out of nothing, and one who is more of a pocket passer and can just sling it down the field. And I think it's going to be a close game. I really do. I think the Browns are going to win, but it won't be by much. If the final score is if the Browns win by more than 14, I'd be surprised. I'm going to say I'm going to give a bonus prediction. Unfortunately, I'm going to say Buffalo loses this game, and that's not because I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. I just think because Baker Mayfield has had time with Freddie Kitchens more, and they kind of know each other. I mean, yeah, Josh Allen is with the same head coach and in the same offense, but I don't know. I never felt like Buffalo had that energizer last season, whereas the Browns found that energizer. Once they got rid of Hugh Jackson, they seemed to energize them and gave them a fresh start. And, now they have all these expectations. Buffalo doesn't really have those expectations. Now, the Bills could use that to their advantage in that game. I will say that. But Browns can beat the Bills. Bills offense isn't top tier. That's true. The Bills offense isn't top tier. But they can be good at times. So, like I said, I think the Bills are going to lose this game. But if it's by more than 14, I'd be surprised. I'm going to give a score prediction. I'm going to say it's kind of a low-scoring game because the Bills' defense is underrated. I think it's not one of the best. No, I never said Shady McCoy was traded. No, I never said that. And I do like Sean McDermott. So I'm going to give my score prediction for Bills-Browns. I'm going to say it's a low-scoring game. I'm going to say Browns win by exactly a touchdown. 28-21. That's my score prediction. I'm not going to do a score prediction for every game, but there might be some. Okay, so week 11 at the Miami Dolphins. So, like I said earlier, Dolphins are in a total rebuild, and they hired one of the Patriots coaches to be their head coach. But and like I said, Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's had games where he's pulled something out of nothing and led a team to a victory. Like week 1 when he was the quarterback and he went into New Orleans with the Buccaneers and beat the Saints. But, I don't think that's going to last this season, and I'm going to say the Bills sweep the Dolphins. So, and then week 12, the Denver Broncos come to town, go to New Era Field to play the Bills. I think this is going to be another good game. This is also a tricky game, just like the Tennessee game. Because, when the Broncos come to Buffalo, who's going to be the Broncos starting quarterback? Is it going to be Joe Flacco? Is it going to be Drew Lock? And what's the Broncos defense going to look like? They brought in Vance Joseph, who was the defensive coordinator of the Chicago Bears last year. So what's the Bears or Broncos defense going to look like? I'm not sure. And because I have so many questions about the Vic Fangio, I don't know why I said Vance Joseph. That was not correct. No, Vance Joseph is not the coach of the Broncos. I think he's with the Buccaneers. No, I meant to say Vic Fangio. There we go. And I think he'll bring that aggressive defense to the Broncos, and it will really help Von Miller. So, but my only concern with the Broncos is that offense. Like, when are they going to go from Joe Flacco to Drew Lock? And if and when they do go to Drew Lock, what's their offense going to look like? So, the Broncos defense will have to carry them in a couple games. And I think this is one where they have to. And I trust the Broncos defense in this case more than I trust the Bills offense. So I'm going to say the Broncos beat them. Week 13 at the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Yeah, Vance is the DC for Cliff Kingsbury staff in Arizona. Thanks, Brandon. So week 13 at Dallas. Don't know if Zeke will be back. But I know Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper will be in that game. And no, Dak Prescott is not an elite quarterback. But I just think the Cowboys are the better team. So they'll beat them. Week 14 against the Baltimore Ravens. This is going to be a tricky game. Anyway, so week 14 against the Ravens. I don't think the Bills defense will be able to contain Lamar Jackson. And I think Lamar Jackson is going to develop into a better passer this season. So I'm going to say the Ravens win this game. Week 15 at the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, I like the Bills, and I want them to do well. But even though the Steelers don't have Antonio Brown or Le'Veon Bell, they still have Ben Roethlisberger. They have Juju Smith-Schuster. They still have Mike Tomlin. Sorry, Buffalo, but Pittsburgh's going to win that game. Week 16 at New England. Buffalo always struggles when it comes to playing the Patriots, no matter what. So, yeah, the Patriots are going to sweep them again. And then week 17, home against the Jets. Darnold against Allen. I had them losing to the Jets in New York to open the season, but they're going to split with the Jets. Week 17 at home, they're going to win. So, back to week 5 at Tennessee, because I skipped over that game. For some reason, this is a tricky game for me. It's in Tennessee. I like Buffalo's defense, but I'm not sure they can slow down. Bills versus Jets, week 17. I said the Bills are going to win that game. So I'm going back to the week 5 game at the Titans because I skipped over that game. I like both offenses. Mariota hasn't lived up to being the number 2 overall pick, but he's been a good quarterback for Tennessee. And they have a really nice run game. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game, but I don't think Tennessee or Buffalo matches up well with Tennessee. So I'm going to say Tennessee wins that game. So I have the Bills going 0-1, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, 3-3, 3-4, 4-4, 4-5, 5-5, 5-6, 5-7, 5-8, 5-9, 5-10. So I have the Buffalo Bills going 6-10. So that's my schedule prediction for the Buffalo Bills. Now, let me take a look at their roster because I want to give you what I think will be the Bills' strength and what I think will be their weakness and who their X factor is. So, and I'm going to do this for every team. And next up will be the New York Jets. But it's going to... You think 7-9? Okay. So let's go to the... So I think their strength will be... Let's see. What do I think their strength will be? I think it could be their... Let's look at their depth chart. Let's look at their wide receivers. No, Buffalo still has LaShawn McCoy. So their wide receivers are John Brown, Robert Foster, David Sills, Victor Bolden Jr., Zay Jones, Andre Roberts, Cam Phillips, and Duke Williams. And they also have Cole Beasley, Ray McLeod III, Isaiah McKenzie, and Nick Easley. So I think their receiving core will be middle of the road. Josh Allen is a good quarterback, but I don't know. They also, for quarterback, they have Josh Allen, Matt Barkley, and Tyree Jackson. And then, of course, they're going to cut some of these guys because it's still running preseason. And then for tight ends, they have Tyler Kroft, Lee Smith, Dawson Knox, and a bunch of fourth-string guys. So I think their offensive line could be good. I'm going to say their offensive line is going to be their strength. And their weakness, I'm actually going to say their tight ends. Because I don't know much about Tyler Croft can't stay healthy, and I don't know. I don't know anything about Lee Smith or Dawson Knox. So right now there are a bunch of no names. So I'm going to say the Bills' strength is going to be their offensive line, and their weakness will be their tight end, and their X factor will be Cole Beasley. Because I agree with you, Brandon Rodgers. He is a very underrated slot receiver, and I think he was overshadowed a bit when he was in Dallas. So now that's the Buffalo Bills. If you don't agree with my schedule prediction, with some of the games I predicted in their schedule, say something in the comments. And if you don't agree with something with my schedule predict or my record prediction for Buffalo of 6-10, say something in the comments. But for now, let's move on to the New York Jets. So, week 1, I already know, is week 1 is home against the Bills. And since I said the Bills are going to lose that game, that obviously means the Jets are going to win. And week 17, I can put that one in. That is at the Bills. And I said the Bills are going to win that game, so that means the Jets are going to lose that game. And I also know week 2 is Monday Night Football. At home against the Browns. But I don't know the rest of their schedule. So let's take a look at the Jets' schedule. Adam Gase is the Jets head coach. He was, of course, the Miami Dolphins head coach last season and fired. So let's take a look. So that's preseason. Okay, let's go to the regular season. Week 1, like I said, home against the Bills. Week 2, Monday Night Football against the Browns. Week 3, is that at the Patriots? Yes. Oops, didn't mean to open. At Patriots. Week 4 is their bye week. Week 5 at the Philadelphia Eagles. Week 6, home against Dallas. The Dallas Cowgirls. I hate the Dallas Cowboys. They're like, oh, we're America's team. No, you're not. You're not America's team. Week 7 is Monday Night Football against the Patriots. Week 8 at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Week 9 at the Miami Dolphins. Week 10, home against the New York Giants. Week 11 at Washington. Again, like I said earlier, I choose not to say their team name. Hopefully you can respect that. You will hear me say it once. Week 12 at home against Oakland. So the Jets must have finished in last place. Week 13 at the Cincinnati Bengals. Week 14, Miami. Week 15, Thursday Night Football at the Ravens. I wish the NFL would get rid of Thursday Night Football. It's really stupid. Week 16, home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is a very interesting schedule for the Jets. Okay, so let's start with week 2 for the Jets. On Monday Night Football, Dez Bryant deserves a chance to play again. I know people might not agree with this, but I think Kaepernick deserves another shot. I know people won't agree. I actually 100% agree with you. Colin Kaepernick totally deserves another chance. I don't see what he did wrong. He was just expressing his opinion of our country in his own way. He was taking a stance. Why is he being scapegoated in the NFL? Why is he being scapegoated like this? I think Thomas Davis, who plays for the Carolina Panthers now, did the same thing, and he got a new contract with the Panthers, or he signed a contract with the Panthers. Why can't Colin Kaepernick do the same thing? Anyway, so week 2 at home, Monday Night Football against the Browns, which I will be doing a video with Gangrene David, like I did last year for that game. So it's in New York, so it'll be Odell Beckham Jr.'s return to New York, although he played for the Giants, not the Jets. It might be Thomas Davis retired. I don't remember, but there was some other player who also took a knee, like Colin Kaepernick, and then the Carolina Panthers signed him. I'm not sure who it was. But anyway, week 2, Monday Night Football, Jets hosting the Cleveland Browns. This is going to be a really good game. I'm excited for this game. You got Sam Darnold against Baker Mayfield. You got this high-powered Browns offense playing an underrated Jets defense, I will say. I think the Jets defense is pretty good. And I'm not just going to choose the Browns because I'm a Browns fan and I do a lot of Cleveland Browns videos on this channel. I would never do that. I'm going to try and remove my Cleveland Browns bias out of this. So, this is a tricky one. Week Jets Browns. I like the Jets receivers, and I like that they got Le'Veon Bell, but I don't think Darnold and Le'Veon Bell will quite be on the same page yet. And I think that might make the Jets offense a little bit vulnerable. And I think the Browns will be able to take advantage of that. So I'm going to say that the Browns beat them. So the Jets start off 1-1 as they go to New England to play the Patriots in week 3. So like the Bills, the Jets always struggle. or the Jets always struggle when they play. Seem to always struggle when they play the Patriots. I don't know why, but it seems like every team struggles when they play the Patriots. I don't know if that's because the Patriots are cheaters or it's also because Bill Belichick and Tom Brady are a really good quarterback coach combination. But, I think the Patriots are also cheaters and, they shouldn't have been in the Super Bowl last year, but whatever. Then again, the Rams shouldn't have been in the Super Bowl either. But whatever. So week 3 at the Patriots. Yes, the Jets beat the Patriots in overtime a couple years ago, but that was at MetLife Stadium. And Sam Darnold is a young quarterback, but right now, Tom Brady, he's playing fantastic, although I don't think he's the GOAT because I don't think has 6 legitimate Super Bowl rings. I would say Drew Brees is the GOAT. That's my choice. You can, argue with me about it all you want. But anyway, even though I say Tom Brady is not the GOAT, he's still the best quarterback in this division. And until somebody knocks him off his pedestal, I'm going to say the Patriots win. So the Jets go into their bye week at 1-2. And week 5, they go to the city of brotherly love to play the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, so the reason I say Drew Brees is the GOAT is because, yes, he only has 1 Super Bowl ring. And yes, he's only been to 1 Super Bowl, whereas Tom Brady's been to like 9 or something. But to me, Tom Brady's had the benefit of having really good wide receivers and tight ends like Randy Moss and Wes Welker and Julian Edelman, Rob Gronkowski, Aaron Hernandez before Aaron Hernandez lost his mind and all that. And, he's had receivers like that. Now, I will say that Tom Brady has turned some no-name wide receivers into really good wide receivers. And yes, Kuram, I do remember that 28-3 deficit that Tom Brady overcame. I do. But if you look at Drew Brees, he hasn't had the same names at receiver and tight end that Tom Brady has. Like, Drew Brees never had a Randy Moss. Drew Brees has had like Michael Thomas. He has Michael Thomas now, and he has Alvin Kamara, and he did have Mark Ingram before he went to the Ravens. But like, I don't. And yes, he's good at also taking no-name receivers and tight ends and turning them into really good players. I will agree, but so Brady and Brees are similar in that. But I just think Brees hasn't had the talent of receiver and tight end that Tom Brady has had. Drew Brees has had to do what has had broken all these records and gone to the Super Bowl with not very well-known name players. Like when the Saints won the Super Bowl, they had Jeremy Shockey, Marcus Colston, and Devery Henderson. And I think they had Darren Sproles at running back. But the Patriots have had Randy Moss, Wes Welker, Aaron Hernandez before he went crazy and all that, and Rob Gronkowski, even though he got injured a lot. And, James White and the running back from Georgia who played really well for the Patriots last year. I don't remember his name. But I just feel like Drew Brees is the great GOAT because he's done all this, like broken all these passing records and all that with less known players than Tom Brady. So to me, that's why Drew Brees is the GOAT, not Tom Brady. But anyway, let's get back to the Jets' schedule. So week 5 at the Philadelphia Eagles. I really like the Eagles' defense, but here's the problem with the Eagles. Let's say Carson Wentz gets injured in week 4. Who's their backup? Who's the Eagles' backup? Because Nick Foles is now gone. He's the starting quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Because Blake Bortles is now with the Rams. But even though Carson Wentz doesn't have like a safety net like Nick Foles, as much as I like the Jets defense, and I do like the Jets defense, and I think that could be their strength, I still say the Eagles are going to beat them. Week 6, home against the Dallas Cowboys. Like I said, I thought Cody Kessler was in Jacksonville. Okay, so Nate Sudfeld and Cody Kessler are their backups. I wish the Browns hadn't cut Cody Kessler, but if they didn't, they might not have gotten Baker Mayfield. Anyway, week 6, home against the Dallas Cowboys. So Zeke could still be holding out during this game, but even with that, the Cowboys still have, they signed Randall Cobb to replace Cole Beasley. They still have Dak Prescott, who is demanding a new contract, and Amari Cooper, who is good, also want a new contract. And I like the Jets defense, and I think they can put pressure on Dak. So this may surprise you, but I'm going to say the Jets will beat the Dallas Cowboys in week 6. I'm going to say that may surprise you, but I'm going to say the New York Jets at home will beat the Dallas Cowboys, who are not America's team, even though they think they are. They're not America's team. I would say Pittsburgh is America's team, or Green Bay is America's team, not Dallas. Anyway, so week 7, Monday Night Football at home against the Patriots. So I had the Jets losing to the Patriots in New England, but it seems like the Jets always give the Patriots trouble when the Jets are at home. I don't know if you've noticed that. Hang on, I'm just writing a comment super quick. So, have you noticed that the Jets always seem to give the Patriots trouble in New York? Because it seems like they do. At least that's my view. So, I think the Jets will be fired up Monday Night Football. They're coming off a big win against the Dallas Cowboys. But unfortunately, I think the Jets will give the Patriots trouble. But I'm still going to say the Patriots win that game. Sorry. I wanted to give the Jets the win. I did. But I don't know. After riding high after beating the Cowboys, you got the Patriots coming in on Monday Night Football. I just think they'll be a little too high. So week 8 at the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think this is going to be a bounce back year for the Jaguars. They got Nick Foles. I think Leonard Fournette has cleared his head, and the Jaguars are going to get back to what made them a really good team and brought them to the AFC Championship game. And because of that, I'm going to say the Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Jets. So they've lost 2 straight, but they go down to Miami to play the Dolphins, and the Dolphins are in a total rebuild. So I'm going to, and the Dolphins have nothing. So I'm going to say the Jets beat them. In fact, I'm going to jump down to week 14, and I'm going to say that when the Dolphins play the Jets in New York, the Jets beat them. So I'm going to say right now, the New York Jets will sweep the Miami Dolphins. So week 10 is the Battle of New York because the Giants will be playing the Jets. So I'm not sure who the starting quarterback for the Giants will be. Maybe it's Eli Manning. Maybe it's Daniel Jones. But I know who the starting quarterback is for the Jets, and it's Sam Darnold. And I think by week 10, the Jets will have Darnold and Le'Veon Bell will be on the same page. They'll be doing play action passes to Robbie Anderson and whoever the other receivers are for the Jets. And yes, the Giants have Saquon Barkley. Yes, the Giants have Evan Ingram. Yes, the Giants have Sterling Shepard, but I like the Jets. So I think the Jets are going to win that game. Week 11 at Washington. Again, I just choose to say Washington. I'm not sure who the starting quarterback is going to be for Washington. And because I don't know that, I'm going to say the Jets win. So they're riding a 3-game winning streak, and week 12, the Oakland Raiders come to town. I think Derek Carr and Antonio Brown could be on the same page, and that's going to mess up the Jets a little bit. So week 12, I'm going to say the Raiders beat them. That could be a little bit of a surprise. But don't worry. The Jets won't go on a 2-game losing streak because week 13, they're at the Bengals. And I think the Cincinnati Bengals are a total mess right now. So I'm going to say the Jets win that game. Week 14, like I already said, I think the Jets beat the Dolphins. Week 15, Thursday night football at the Ravens. As much as I like the Jets' offense, I don't think they match up well with the Ravens' defense, so the Ravens beat them. Week 16, home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Le'Veon Bell's going to be fired up for that game. The Jets could be fighting. This could be a playoff elimination type game. Hey, Gangrene David, I'm actually talking about your New York Jets right now because I'm doing an AFC East schedule prediction video, and I am talking about the Jets schedule right now. And right now I'm talking about week 16, home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Le'Veon Bell is facing his former team, and I think it could be a playoff eliminator because I do think the Jets will be fighting for a wild card spot this season. LOL, I won't be doing that until after the preseason. I know it's kind of early to be doing a schedule prediction and division preview video until even though it's week 2 of the preseason hasn't happened yet, but I'm doing it anyway because it's fun. So, week 16, home against the Steelers. I like the Jets' defense, but I don't know, and I think Le'Veon Bell will be fired up for that game. I do agree with that. No, I don't go back to school until August 26th, and she's working today. Yeah. So anyway, week 16 against the Steelers. This is going to be a good game. I could see this game potentially getting flexed into a Sunday night football game. I could. I know I didn't have to type that, but I wanted to anyway. So week 16 against the Steelers. I feel like Le'Veon Bell might be too hyped for the game, but I think that even though he might be overhyped, that energy will still rub off on his teammates. So I'm going to say the Jets win that game. So let's see. I have them going 1-0, 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 2-3, 2-4, 2-5, 3-5, 4-5, 5-5, 5-6, 6-6, 7-6, 7-7, 7-8. I have the Jets going 7-9. And I think the Jets' strength will be their play action pass, the play action game with Le'Veon Bell and Robbie Anderson and Sam Darnold. And their weakness will be, they just got C.J. Mosley. And they have Jamal Adams. Yeah, that means that means no playoffs for the Jets. They'll be fighting for it, but I think they'll lose a couple. They might trip up a couple games, like week 12 against the Raiders. They might trip up there. Week 8 against the Jaguars, I think they'll trip up, and those two losses will cost them. Yeah. So I'm going to say 7-9 for the Jets, and their strength will be their play action game with Sam Darnold. I almost have Baker Mayfield. No, Le'Veon Bell and Robbie Anderson. And their weakness will be, I'm going to say their offensive line. Yeah, so that's my prediction for the New York Jets. Let's move on to the defending Super Bowl champions, the New England Patriots. So that means the Miami Dolphins are last. Sorry, this video is kind of going long. I didn't expect it to. But let's take a look at the Patriots' schedule. Week 1 is versus Steelers. I know that one. Week 8 is versus Browns. Week 7 is Monday Night Football at the Jets. And I'm going to say the Patriots win because, like I said, yeah. Let's see. Week 3 is, let's take a look at the Patriots schedule. That's preseason. Week 1, Pittsburgh. Week 2 at Miami. At Dolphins. Week 3, home against the Jets. Week 4 at Bills. Week 5 at Washington. Week 6 is Thursday Night Football, home against the Jets. Week 6, TNF at home against the New York Giants. Week 7 is Monday Night Football at the Jets. Week 8, home against the Browns. Week 9, at the Ravens on Sunday Night Football. Week 10 is their bye week. Week 11 at Philadelphia. In a Super Bowl 52 rematch. Week 12, home against the Dallas Cowboys. Week 13, at Houston. On Sunday Night Football. Week 14, home against the Kansas City Chiefs. In an AFC Championship rematch. Week 15, at the Cincinnati Bengals. Week 16 is home against the Bills. And week 17, home against the Dolphins. All right, so let's fill this in. So week 3 for the Jets at Patriots. I said that was a loss, so I'm going to give the Jets the win, or the Patriots the win. Say for week 4 at the Bills, the Patriots are going to win that game because I said the Bills would lose that game. Week 16 against the Bills, I said the Patriots would win that game, so I'm going to give the Patriots the win. Let's see. There. All right. So week 1, versus at home against the Steelers. I just think the Patriots have the Steelers' number. Yes, I know the Steelers beat the Patriots last year. Yes, I know the Steelers beat the Patriots last year, but that was in Pittsburgh. And the year before, the Steelers should have beat the Patriots. But again, both those games were in Pittsburgh. And I actually want to talk about last year's game between the Steelers, Patriots, and Steelers. It was week 15. Patriots were at the Steelers. And the rest of my family was supporting the Patriots. Because if the Steelers lost that game against the Patriots, it would have helped the Browns potentially stay in the race to possibly win the AFC North. So you would think, since I'm a Cleveland Browns fan, that I would also root for the Patriots and not root for the Steelers. Incorrect. Because I dislike the Patriots so much, I actually root for the Steelers. I know. I'm still a Browns fan. I normally do not root for the Steelers. Even when I went with my dad to Pittsburgh to see the Browns play the Steelers at Heinz Field a couple of years ago, I did not root for the Steelers. I rooted for the Browns. Now, I did not openly wear Brown stuff because I didn't know how Steelers fans would react. I think I might have worn a Browns hat, but yeah. And I didn't sit in the in my seat and go, here we go, brownies, here we go, hoo, hoo. I kind of kept it quiet because I didn't want to risk like having beer dumped on me or something like that. But yeah, so maybe I should root for the Patriots looking back, but because I dislike the Patriots so much, I couldn't get myself to root for them. I rooted for the Steelers. But again, I'm a diehard Browns fan. I won't root for the Steelers when the Browns play them week 11 on Thursday Night Football in Cleveland, and I won't root for the Steelers when the Browns play them in Pittsburgh in week 13. Got it? Cool. But anyway, so even though the Browns have had, or the Steelers should beat the Patriots last year, and the Browns or the Steelers should have won that game 2 years ago, this game's in New England, so I'm going to say the Patriots win it. Week 2 at the Dolphins. Usually the Patriots play the Dolphins late in the season in Miami. This time they played the Dolphins rather in Miami early. I don't think it matters. Patriots always struggle when they play the Dolphins in Miami. Yes, last year's game in Miami was a fluke, but still, I'm going to say the Dolphins win that game. In other words, the Patriots lose. Week 3 against the Jets. Sorry, Gangrene David, but I'm going to say the Patriots win. And week 4 at the Buffalo Bills, the Patriots are going to lose that game. Week 5 at Washington. I don't know who the starting quarterback will be for Washington. It could be Dwayne Haskins. It could be Colt McCoy. It could be Case Keenum. Because of that uncertainty, even though it's in Washington, I'm going to say the Patriots win. So week 6, Thursday Night Football at home against the New York Giants. The Giants have given the Patriots problems the last couple of times. Not just in the Super Bowl, but last time the Giants played the Patriots in New England, the Giants beat them. But I don't think the Giants have the same firepower or the same defense as they have the last couple times. So because of that, I'm going to say the Patriots win. So, and then week 7, Monday Night Football at the Jets, I'm going to say the Patriots win that. So they're riding a nice 3-game winning streak. Here come the Cleveland Browns to town. Week 8, this game should be a Sunday Night Football game, but it's not. Or it should be Monday Night Football, but it's not. It's just a 4:30 game, probably going to be on CBS or maybe on Fox. I think it's on CBS. Anyway, so the Browns are going to be going to New England, trying to prove that they're the best team in the AFC and they can handle all these expectations and all this and that. And even though I'm a Browns fan, until the Browns show me that they can handle expectations, I don't see them beating the Patriots. So now the Patriots are riding a nice 4-game winning streak. But they're going to Baltimore on Sunday Night Football. Now, between Tom Brady and Lamar Jackson, Tom Brady is obviously the better quarterback. But even though the Patriots can be creative on offense, that Ravens defense is really good. Yes, they lost C.J. Mosley to the Jets, but I still say the Patriot or the Ravens have a really good defense. So that 4-game winning streak for the Patriots is coming to a screeching halt because they are going to lose week 9 at Baltimore on Sunday Night Football. Week 10 is their bye week. And then coming off their bye week, week 11, they play at the Philadelphia Eagles. The Patriots are going to have revenge on their mind, although it won't be Nick Foles who's the starting quarterback. But I still say the Eagles are going to find a way to beat the Patriots again. So the Patriots are have suddenly lost 2 in a row. Oh no, the Patriots have lost 2 in a row. Oh, don't worry, they get the Dallas Cowboys at home. It's going to be a really good game, but being that it's in New England, Patriots are going to win. Week 13 at the Houston Texans on Sunday Night Football. I think the Patriots, I know Bill Belichick usually does a really good job of keeping his team focused on whatever week it is, but knowing that they have Kansas City next week, I think the Patriots might overlook the Houston Texans a little bit. So I'm going to say Houston sneaks up on them and beats them. And week 14, they play against the Kansas City Chiefs. Patriots have beaten the Chiefs 2 straight times, although last year in the AFC Championship game, Chiefs should have won that game. Although the Chiefs defense couldn't stop the Patriots in the first half or in overtime. But the Chiefs have a new defensive coordinator. But being that this game is in New England, I'm going to say New England wins. And the Bengals are in the total rebuild, so the Patriots are going to win that game. And weeks 16 and 17, the Patriots will win both against the Bills and Dolphins. So let's see. I have the Patriots going 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, 4-2, 5-2, 6-2, 6-3, 6-4, 7-4, 7-5, 8-5, 9-5, 10-5. I have the Patriots going 11-5, and their strength will be Tom Brady and his passing game, and their weakness will be their defense. Yeah. So the Miami Dolphins. So this is the last one for today. Let's take a look at the Dolphins' schedule. Dolphins are going to struggle. So, week 1, the Dolphins match up against who? Who do the Dolphins play? Let's see. Who do the Dolphins play week 1? Week 1, the Dolphins play the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are going to beat them 0-1. Week 2, home against the Patriots. Usually, the Dolphins are able to beat the Patriots in Miami, but this is early in the season. 0-2. Week 3 at Dallas. Nah, no way. 0-3. Week 4, LA Chargers. Chargers could be in the Super Bowl this season. 0-4. Week 5 against their home. There is their bye week. Week 6, home against Washington. That will be the Dolphins' first win of the season. 1-5. No. Wait. 1-4. Week 7 at Buffalo. Nope, they're going to lose that game. 1-5. Week 8 at the Pittsburgh Steelers. 1-6. Week 9, home against the Jets. Okay, week 9, home against the Jets. Dolphins lose. So that's 1-8. No, that's 1-8. Week 10 at the Indianapolis Colts. 1-9. No, I'm getting myself confused. Okay, I'm just going to say the Dolphins are only going to win 1 game this season. And they're going to win 3 games because they'll win week 15 and week 16 at the Giants and home against the Bengals. So the Dolphins are only going to win 3 games. Yep. And their strength will be, I guess, their running game, and their weakness will be their defense. So that's going to do it for this AFC East preview. if you agree with my schedule, if you disagree with my schedule predictions or my record predictions, write something in the comments. So tomorrow is the NFC East, starting with the Dallas Cowboys. But until next time, this is Unger to the Max signing off with a salute to you. And if you liked this video, punch that like button like a UFC player and punch that subscribe button. Go watch UFC 241 when Daniel Cormier fights Stipe Miocic again for the heavyweight belt, but this time Cormier is the heavyweight champion. Have a good rest of your day, and hopefully the Indians beat the Yankees again.